online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey, hey.
Hey,
Remember this song?
little ratchet.
Remember this song? Do you remember it?
I do remember this song. Yes.
Welcome, AfterBuzzers, to another fantastic episode of Bring It. Hey, 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 hey. This is season 3, episode 12.
Hey,
I
Tamra.
am your host,
Hey.
English Cleveland, joined by my lovely ladies.
Hey guys, I am Robin Ayers.
And I'm Tamra Brown. It's good to see you again.
Girl fight.
Yeah, it makes total sense.
Total sense,
Yeah.
right? So let's get into this girl fight. They're coming for us episode. This is the semifinals for Battle Royale, and the girls have so much pressure. It's a lot. Tamara and I were just talking before the episode started that this was actually such a long episode.
Yeah, it was.
Didn't it seem it?
It was.
Yeah.
I'm like, why haven't we ever had this much going on and transition
Yeah.
and things happening throughout the whole season? But it takes the last, maybe they had less commercials.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
My DVR said it was an hour and 5 minutes, and I
Mine
was like,
did
did I
too.
just notice this, or have they all been that way? I don't know.
They
but
haven't. I don't think they've all been that way. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why.
action
It seemed like
packed.
we got a lot more information. That's what I was saying. Maybe
Yeah.
we cut down a few more commercials and we got more of the episode.
Well, that's good. If that's
Right.
the reason, I like that.
Me too. We need some more of that.
Yeah.
So the girls are competing in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. They're competing against 8 other teams. They're whittling it down to 4 for Battle Royale. The teams that they're dancing against is Dazzling Divas of Macon, Purple Diamonds, Explosive, Infamous Dancerettes, Prancing Tigerettes, Elite Stars of Nashville, Golden Prancerettes, and the Dolls. And this week, with the girls, they're being. I know it's a
You're
lot.
a pro.
It's a lot of.
Even having it written down,
I had
it's
to
hard
keep
to
rewinding and hold on.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I'm
Prancerettes, Dancerettes, Dolls, Purple.
Yeah, it's funny. We talked about that before about how they're all like, they have all these names that are just kind of, interesting or whatever.
Interchangeable.
Yeah. Interchangeable. That's a good one.
Yeah. So, they're competing in stand and solo. Like we've said for the last few weeks, it's 50-50. A captain or whoever's a soloist is 50% of the score.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the other 50 comes in their stand battles. This is a 60-second solo that the soloist gets to do. So
Super
it's like
short.
1 minute. To
That's
like,
long. I think it's short, but it's long at the same time. If you're out there, have you ever just danced straight by yourself for a minute? Mm-hmm.
Have you ever just ran
feels
on
like
a
forever.
treadmill for 1 minute? You feel like you want to die. I mean,
let
do
alone
in 1
just
minute.
all these eyes are on, not all, but you have these few very important eyes that are on you, and it's just like 60 seconds of your life that just seems to, I don't know, it seems to expand.
Yeah,
that's just in my experience.
It probably felt
but
like half an hour to
I'm
her.
sure.
Especially with the way that they dance with the drops and the leaps and the jumps and everything like that. 60 seconds will make you going. Actually, yeah, because Cammie was like, as they were talking to her, Cameron was like, out of breath. I noticed that this episode.
Yeah. And the interesting thing is they're not competing against each other at all. They're not battling it out to eliminate each other.
Right.
It's a complete point system. So in their head, it's like, just come and give us your all because we're trying to impress the judges. We're not trying to, beat out Neva's team or whatever. Speaking of Neva's team, they dropped out of the battle. So they were supposed to be one of the, I guess it was going to be 10 teams.
Which I think is so interesting because she made fun of Miss Diana last episode for kind of pulling her girls out because they had, because of them having to study or whatever. So, here she was, and we don't know her reasons.
Right.
But I just think it's ironic.
Which we'll probably hear on the reunion, which we'll talk
unless
about
anybody
a little bit
knows, and unless anybody out there knows,
y'all be knowing. Y'all
they know
everything.
everything.
Y'all know
somebody's
everything.
typing right now. Somebody's comment
at Robin
first.
Ayers, at Tamra, blue Tamra,
brown
Tamra
on Twitter,
and at
or
English Speaks
Yeah.
or
Pink English.
Pink English. Y'all,
You
come on, y'all, get
Robin,
your
you can't-
social media things right. All one. That's
I
the
wish I
rule.
could be Pink English on everything, but
Did somebody take it?
someone took it. So if you're out there, let me know if you can let
Make
me
some
have it.
arrangements or something.
I really
want
want to be English on everything, but English on Twitter, the person hasn't used it since like 2009.
shady.
And I've tweeted them like, do you mind if I just take over that name since you're not using it? Like they should.
And they didn't respond?
No.
Very shady.
And they haven't tweeted for that long. And I feel like Twitter should eliminate people that haven't used their name in such a long time.
Yeah, or maybe they'll become like a what do you call the GoDaddy where you can buy people out?
They may.
$5. Yo, can I get my name back for $5?
I would pay that $5.
I would pay it too. But luckily, at Robin Ayers is the same on all social media platforms.
I'm
in
making
the game.
it as complicated as possible with a different handle on every
A different
social-
color.
Definitely.
A
Yes.
different handle.
Yes.
on every media
But
platform.
just in case you guys, I mean, I'm sure you heard, they know our handles and everything.
Yeah.
So if you guys have that information, please, tweet us or whatever.
Which they do. You guys are very,
Always.
very diligent with
on
that.
top of it.
Yes, they are. So in the practice, Ms. D decided, you know what? We don't need to bring anything old out. Let's bring all new stances. This is it's a big feat for the girls because they're having to completely learn everything all over like they're babies.
That's good.
And it's good.
And it's a challenge.
It's a challenge. It gives them more energy because when you start doing the same thing over and over, it becomes repetitive and then you don't really give all your all because you feel like, oh, I know this. It's like the back of my hand. So, yeah, it's a challenge for them. And the girls get out in the battle squad and they're, practicing. They're showing Miss D and she's like, we're going to do some cuts. And a blessing for the girls this week, she did no cuts. She said they all did such a great job and, they need to all support each other. And with Cammie being the soloist, they need to be supportive to her when she comes from her solo. They need to be supportive to her when she comes out and does the stand battle because she may be exhausted or overwhelmed from her solo. So, what did you guys think about Cammie's solo?
I really liked the split into the splits, like split leap into the splits. That was an amazing move. She's always so great with the tricks, though. Cameron can really pull out super hard tricks.
Yeah.
She's a great dancer. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I've been noticing lately because she posts like dance videos on Instagram. She's always
Like her tongue out?
she's into like tongue choreography. She's always
Catch the
doing
tongue.
this. Yeah.
So she, before the whole, battle, she kept talking about how much pressure. She has so much pressure on her. The DDP, they got into a big argument over, there's so much pressure on Cammie. Do you think that she's prepared to have all of this pressure, or do you think that she knows the amount of pressure, or she's able to carry,
Yeah, well, clearly she's able to carry it. And I thought that she was ready for it. It was just, most of the time, those things are just in our minds anyway. Our mind is the one who's getting in our own way. And so I feel like she conquered that. And, we saw her break down a little bit, when Miss D was like, that's not popping.
Yeah.
Cammie, like, that's not
together.
good enough.
Yeah.
And that hurts, you know what I mean? Especially if you feel like, it is pressure. But, and she buckled a little bit, but I think ultimately she proved to everybody that she can handle it. And she did a great job.
Yeah.
Mimi seemed like she was more stressed out by it than Cameron.
And that's what I was just about to get into. So DDP in their little section, they're having a pageant coach rival situation, and then they're on one end arguing, knocking cups out of each other's hands and screaming about the amount of pressure each person has. So we have Tina. That's Kayla's mom, right? Is her name Tina?
Mm-hmm.
She's been a captain's mom. So she knows the amount of pressure. She knows, you know, this whole lifestyle. And then the other moms feel like, hey, my daughter has just as much pressure as your daughter because they're a team. They're all trying to work together. But Mimi feels like no one's getting it. No one gets how much pressure. I need support for Cammie. What did you guys think about that whole scene? Did you think she was overreacting?
No, I think Mimi actually... I understood where she was coming from because on one hand, I forgot which mom said it, but yes, they are looking at all of the dancers. They're all looking at the dancing dolls and everything. However, if you're going to talk about the pressure of your daughter trying to get onto the team, like officially, if you're talking about that pressure, you've technically had that pressure all season long. We're talking about this specific battle royale, where there is 50% of it relying on Cameron. So yeah, Mimi had every right to feel like, yes, I have my baby, like, no shade against any of the other moms, but listen, my baby has a lot of pressure on her. So just acknowledge that and we can be good. I think that's all she was really saying, is just like acknowledge the fact that Cammie's got a lot on her plate and then we can move on from there.
I got to give it to Dana for just staying chill when Mimi knocked that cup out of her hand.
Do you think that was a contrived scene, though?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because she just sat there with nothing in her cup. It was empty because when she hit it out her hand, it just flew like ding, like no liquid, nothing was in it. So it was like,
also Mimi's animated, but I don't see her being a person who would do that like sincerely.
And then storm off. But I get the transition. They're like, okay, now Tina's gonna go outside.
Bless you,
and talk to her. And then, you know, it's like, let's take it back old school. Let's watch through the window and just, you know, be together, kumbaya moment out here because the new moms aren't getting it.
Yeah, I mean, of course, that's a produced scene. You want to match the old with the new. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, oh, I've been there. You know, Mimi, don't worry about it. I know what you're saying and all that. So yeah, produced, but.
So Miss D said their biggest rival is the infamous Dancerettes. She feels like that's like the top team to beat this year.
I agree. And they're so good.
I do too.
Yeah, they are good. Yeah.
I believe them and the Tigerettes.
The Tigerettes too.
They're really good.
Yeah.
And ID, you know, they decided this year, you know, we're gonna have a male soloist, which was really interesting to see. There was two teams. The Golden Prancerettes also had a male soloist. So it was like different to see, and I think it made the judges like excited, and they were really interested in to see how these guys danced. And the guys were dancing better than some of the girls.
Yeah.
Like,
they were giving it.
They were completely giving it.
And they were, and they're really fun to watch. Except it's funny that in the soloist, I guess in the stand battles too, like the dudes are just kind of wearing plain. As, you know, dazzled up as all the girls are on every team.
I don't want no man with no dazzle, though.
I don't want it either.
You don't need
I don't
no
want it. I don't want shiny.
If you're gonna be a coach who wears a fur stole over
that's
your
his
shoulder,
decision, but I don't want you to decide in my costume
like
need to
Tyrus
have
with blue hair and pink hair and everything else, and then the guy.
But I don't want
is
you
in,
to
like,
tell me I
t-shirt.
have to wear razzle dazzle.
Listen, Tamra, just because you rocking pink hair, you want. I'm just.
I want everybody. Look, everybody needs to put a little bit of glitter on their face. Everybody needs.
No, the men need to put glitter on their face.
I don't see why not. There's no reason not to.
Yeah,
you can't. I'm not about to
perfectly fine with the way that they look. So it's like, keep it just about right here. That's where you live, right there.
All right. No razzle dazzle for the men.
But if you ever put on a show, Tamra, you want to coach, by all means, we have those men rock that glitter and stuff.
Glitter everywhere, right?
Tamra would have them. Remember last episode they were in the liquid outfits?
Yes, the men in the liquid. Right, you would have
men in the liquid suits. That would be hilarious.
I would not want to see that.
She's like, yeah, why not?
All right.
I don't get it, but no, thank you.
Suits and glitter eyeshadow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm alone on this one, but I don't get it. But all right, okay.
So before the battle, all the teams coaches line up. they pull out of a fishbowl, and just so happened the dolls are competing against ID.
I never believed those things.
Me neither, because that's who she wanted to compete against anyway.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, like, contrived again.
Is there such a thing as a camera following around a few people, and it is what it is? Is there such a thing?
There was,
I know,
what that used to be? Nicole
Real
Richie
World.
and Paris Hilton's show.
Was it really?
Remember their show? They were like one of the first following around before the Real World, because I think Real World was like the first like reality show, something like that. And then like for them to follow people around and like a celebrity around was Paris Hilton and Nicole's Richie show, and it was actually funny. It was real. It was like
They need to bring
not
that back.
cut. They need completely.
Especially since Miss D and all the other coaches have so much personality. Like they have such natural. They're just naturally funny and entertaining. They need to.
Yes.
They don't have to make these. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We're all saying
but
the
this
same
is
thing.
what I'm gonna say. Yeah, they are. I think they are actually pretty funny and boisterous and all that stuff. But I think that they turn it up a little bit for the camera's sake.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
so
She was her real self in the first season.
I agree with that.
And that's who we fell in love with. But now she's forcing herself to be that person and putting more on it, where she's coming off as a mean, cold-hearted bitch, which I'm not calling her that, but that's what she's portraying herself as. And that's not, we talked about this last week, that's not who we want to see. We want to see the real Miss D that we fell in love with, that had a soft shell and a hard shell at the same time. And the girls, loved you and they didn't fear you. And it seems like a lot of people fear her, and you don't need people to fear you.
Yeah,
I don't think
agree.
that's a good trait.
It's not.
No.
But even the stuff like I'm getting annoyed too by the meetings with Kayla in the beginning of the episode, because they're completely I don't understand why.
No point.
She
at
doesn't.
all.
Kayla never says anything. They just kind of It's I don't get it. Why?
I think it's a reason for them to rehash what happened last week. That's the only. It's like Kayla is just a prop. Yeah, she's a
she
wall.
should just talk. She should just have a voiceover. Kayla doesn't have to be there if they don't want.
Just let her talk more.
Exactly.
She had more shine when she was a doll.
Yes, she did.
I would be like, can I just get back on the team?
She had more credit. Like she had more pull. She had more say so. She had more.
You're a captain now, and you are not a captain. You are a coach now, and you are
demoted.
Totally. I mean, that's sad. Let's hashtag Kayla back on the team.
Please.
Hashtag that. Let's get her back on the team.
We need that.
I miss Kayla.
I do miss Kayla because she is real. When she does talk, you can tell, like, she's, she even told Miss D this week, Neva was upset because, she had, she had the horse situation. And then when you came out with Nevaline, she got really upset about that. Miss D's like, okay, moving on. It was, you know what I mean? So it's like, Kayla is a real person, and she likes to talk, and she said, even when she voiced that she was a little offended that Miss D chose Andre to be the stand battle coach and didn't consult her.
And that's why I like her voice. That's pretty much the closest thing that we get to real at this point. Even when you bring all the other coaches on there, they're all turning up because they're trying to get their 15 minutes in their spinoff show. But Kayla is just Kayla.
She's genuine.
She's genuine. She really loves the dolls. This has been a part of her life, and she really sees a future with them, and then coaching as well. And she has a real voice.
Agreed.
Yeah, she does. And her mom does too. We get a chance, with the DDP, we see the dynamics. Selena is more contrived, like prop. Her daughters are barely shown on the show. She gets way more airtime than her children do.
Right.
And she's not even a dancer. And then we have, Kayla's mom, or we have Brittany. Brittany's 100% no playing games.
Right.
Like, she's strictly 100% Christiana. Then we have Mimi, who's a little bit of a character too.
She's my favorite.
So, I mean...
Yeah, I like Mimi as well. But speaking of Selena, do you guys believe that was a contrived scene, the whole pageant.
Absolutely.
And they're
Hell
saying,
yeah.
they're like, okay, so who are we going to give the wigs and, the costumes to?
They-
Selena, you're the one this week. Selena, we need you to say, this is your idea.
That's the only way to keep her on the show. Do you
Oh,
understand?
gosh.
She came up with the Halloween costume idea. She came up with this, that. She's just there
Yes.
to come up with fun for the parents.
And Selena is a good look for the show.
Yeah.
She's a good look. She's
Yeah.
a beautiful woman. She's got a little bit of sass, she's a good look for the show. So they need to sort of keep her in for whatever reason. So they oh my gosh, they stretch it really to bring her storyline up,
all the way.
and
I
it's
was
just
thinking
like,
that today.
I feel like if that was actually real, that if somebody in that room really said like, let's have a fashion show, everybody'd be like, no,
Girl, bye.
I'm
Yeah.
down. No, thanks.
I'm down with it. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because it's like they have other jobs. Like, who has time? Like, I
Right.
don't have time for this. I have to work, then take my daughter to practice, this, that. I
And
don't
who's
have time to
gonna
go pick
really-
up no wig.
And who's going to study all the coaches, the other coaches, to see what they look like, what
Right.
color, she
Exactly.
wears
Pink hair.
and he wears blue
Glitter.
hair, and a
Next
faux fur.
episode, we're gonna each dress up as a coach.
No.
You guys be like, no.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
Yeah. See? It's not happening.
Now that
it's not
was
happening.
real.
Right.
That
You're
was
like-
a real reaction.
Right. You're like, So they're judging each other all the time, every single week. But the judges this week for Cameron decided to give her a little bit of feedback, which we got a chance to see. They didn't give anyone else feedback, but maybe they just didn't film it. But the judges said Cameron needs to land softer. She doesn't need to turn her back to the judges. And when Ms. D talked about it on her one-on-one, she's like, the judges said Cameron's missing something. And when I watched it back, I thought Cameron is really good at doing the moves. And we talked about this last week. She just doesn't execute them as far as powerful. Like, they're more like, okay,
Yeah.
and she gets all the moves out and she's doing all the dances, but they're just not as like hard or aggressive like I think they should be. So then you don't really know, like, okay, that was that move and that was that move.
Right.
They just all seem like they're like all meshed together.
Yeah. Some of the best dancing I've ever seen is I don't know what you would call it really, and it's not like pop locking or anything like that, which is dope.
Right,
Pop
right,
locking
right,
is
right,
dope.
right.
But it's more just I don't know what you call it, but when you can, they're isolated moves.
Yeah.
They used to talk about that a lot on America's Next Dance.
Look
Crew
at you,
dance.
look at
'cause
you, Robin.
You know what I'm
got
saying.
all,
The
you got all the
girl used
lingo. Robin has a
the girl
dancing
used to be a little
dictionary.
bit- Just kidding. No, but like that's the best type of dancing in my opinion. Now there's a time and a place like jazz and all that stuff for
Ballet.
for a very fluid type of dancing. And I'm not saying that she's very fluid, but she is more, it's
Softer.
it's softer and it's I don't know.
Do you mean
that
like in a
terminology.
dubstep, a lot of dubstep videos where it's like they're like dance and then they'll pause and then keep going? Is that what you mean?
No, I just mean isolated in that you can see every single move, every single thing, and you can see where it begins and where it ends, versus it just flowed right into that next one. And
Which is more like hip hop style of dancing.
Yeah. But I feel like the type of dancing that they do, this is considered majorette. Thank you. And they do a lot of,
Bucking
and stuff like that. It's a harder sort of type of dance.
And I think it's naturally like it's not precise as much as other types of dance. I think that's part of the genre. So it's just that's the type of dance it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so the first teams or the first round, we see the Divas of Dance, the Purple Diamonds, and the Elite Stars of Nashville go against each other. They were all great. I think every round, I was like, each team brought something different.
Yeah.
The second round, we saw the Dazzling Divas against Explosive. It's like I always have to say explosive like that
You
because
gotta
that's
say
how
it
they
like
say
that.
it. Yeah. And then the third round, the Prancing Tigerettes and the Golden Tigerettes go against each other. And then the fourth round, ID goes against the Dancing Dolls. I was blown away by ID. They are such a great team.
Yeah.
Maybe Miss D needs to add a guy to the dolls. Maybe it gives another like factor of aggression, or like, I don't know what's the perfect word for it. But this guy was doing one-hand backflips. And I was like, I had to rewind it like twice. Like, let me see this again. Like, who can do that? Please teach me your ways.
Remember, it was several episodes ago where they were all in black, and he did some. It was one of the competitions, and he jumped so high, and the judges were even like. Or Miss D, somebody said basically like, don't jump so high.
Yeah,
they were like,
Miss D said that.
You gotta pull it back.
Yeah. But who, like, is he even a human being? Like, I was like, what the hell? Like, how did he even do this? And it seemed so effortless. And I liked how they all did their like individual death drops, and it was a different play on the death drop.
We don't know his name, do we?
No, we don't.
Because they like singled out Princess from the Golden Dancerettes,
right?
But,
as the face,
but they didn't. She was the only one singled out that's not a doll that we got a name and a face. And stuff.
I don't know. Sometimes they're like, they don't keep it matched up. And then the dolls, I thought that they had great energy. You could tell like they were ready, like they know what they were doing. They looked great, like you said.
I almost think too, because we're talking about them having new stands or whatever, it makes you be a little bit more on point. You know, you don't want to mess up. You're not so comfortable in, you know, on the what is it called, like on the defense, no, on the offense. I don't know what you would call it. I don't know. You're not relaxed. You're more like, I've got to, you know, be on top of my game. So that probably has something to do with it as well.
Yeah, because I guess I'm not a dancer, but in your head, I'm thinking, if you're doing the moves and you know them already, it's kind of like your body naturally just goes to each move. But if you don't really know the dance and you just learned it, you're thinking about it and you're like, okay, I have to hit this. I got to get this. Okay, this is coming next. You know, it's not like naturally where your body's like, okay, because I know this dance.
And I can tell you this from experience again.
Please. We have two dancers on this end, and we have a non-dancer on this end.
Okay. So very quickly, I will say this, that whenever you learn a new dance, there's so many factors that contribute to the energy of it. There's so many factors. Of course, the new moves themselves, new music, the energy of the captain, of course. So if you are doing the same dances, you know, I used to be on a cheerleading squad where it was we did cheer, but it was sort of like a dancing squad. Yeah. Shout out to Cleveland High School.
Wait, where was Cleveland High?
It's in the Valley. Okay. Cleveland High School is in California, and just the top cheerleading squad in all the Valley. We were like the team. Yeah. Oh, wow. We were like the ones. Oh. And we danced a lot. So yes, we had major, like, certain dances that we did no matter what, because we knew that they were amazing. But whenever you incorporated something new, even if it was the same dance routine, but you incorporated a few new steps, it made you just have that much more energy. So yeah, I'm looking at it like that probably was, you know, the thing that got them a little bit more hyped.
And it got the crowd hype too. Yeah. Because the crowd, like, think about it as a fan. You're paying, you're watching these battles, and they're doing the same thing every week. And then you see them come out with like a whole new squad, a new everything. Right. You're like, what the hell? You become fans again.
Yeah, exactly.
And we've been waiting all season to become a fan of the dolls again.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Tamra?
I was gonna ask Robin if she's got video. You should post some old.
Do you?
I don't think I do.
Oh my God.
Video and pictures were always popular, but you know, not like how they are now. Yeah. Like, people can pull out their camera.
Yeah. Because you were born in what, like 80? No, I'm just kidding.
Were
you born in like 70?
Look at you guys trying to go there. Wrap it up.
If anybody out there has
the
footage,
VHS days,
send us the link.
She's going hard in the paint.
I'm joking.
Did you have tricks though? Did you tumble? Did you have tricks?
I wasn't that girl.
Straight dancing.
I was, you know, I got buck with it, Tamra. In case you're just interested, I really, you know. and splits and stuff. But I really got buck.
Yeah?
That's what it was.
So are your girls into dance, or are they more into sports? Like
Very much sports.
Okay, they don't want to dance at all.
They want to dance, but can they?
No,
they're sports girls. I love my girls, but we got to get them into dance like classes or something. So
yeah, that's cute. So the 4 teams that are advancing to the Battle Royale are the Prancing Tigerettes, Elite Stars of Nashville, ID, and then the Dolls. We waited so long to hear for them to say the Dolls. I was like, they're gonna say it because we just watched the commercial of next episode in the middle of this episode, and we saw the Dolls.
Yeah.
So continuity, they messed that up.
Yeah, they try for the sake of suspense, I guess.
And also, everyone's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, they were so much drama. But of course, they all like those 4 teams. You kind of knew, or I kind of assumed that those who was gonna win anyway because they're great. And they're always the ones you see the most often, but they're also the ones with the most entertaining coaches.
Yes,
so, that's true.
Yeah.
I just got to shout out the Tigerettes. I mean, I just really feel like they went hard in the paint.
They went between ID and the Tigerettes. I love the Tigerettes costumes.
Yes.
I love that whole little pyramid situation that they did.
Yeah, and they were all tigerish with it. It was pretty
and they
dope.
were on beat, on point. Like, it was completely like different. Like, you can tell all these teams like really, really practiced and really went in to like they came prepared. It wasn't a time where we was like, okay, it's like pretty much we already know who has it in the bag. It's gonna be a real competition.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully, because it's contrived. So
it's so
hopefully we can
every
see
time
that
we
the
talk
Dolls.
about that.
Yeah. So that was the end of the episode. Let's get into some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
I saw that Miss D is opening up a new dance studio in Georgia.
Yay.
So now she's having Alabama, I think, in Jackson, Mississippi, and then in Georgia. I don't know what part of Georgia. I'm sure you guys know, but
she's not playing.
She's not playing.
No, she's out to conquer.
That's good.
Build
Good
her
for her.
empire.
I wonder if Kayla's gonna be like the head coach at another studio.
Well, she's in
hers.
college.
I mean, like after.
Oh, okay.
If she plans to pursue dance or whatever.
Yeah. Interesting.
Good question.
And then, which we've been mentioning every week up until today, this Friday, you guys can watch Atlanta Plastic with Mimi and Tina. They're going to be on there getting some kind of surgery.
Weird.
So we shall
We'll
see
see them next at like the next season. Of,
They'll have like huge butts because both of them said on the preview, like, do you have a booty catalog? Or do you they want butts.
My goodness.
They can take some of what we have. We can offer them some because we all have something to give. And then the news and gossip news. Next week we saw, Sanjay is going to be competing with the girls for next episode at Battle Royale.
Awesome.
Which is interesting because Sanjay was like the lowest on the totem pole and now she's like the secret weapon.
Yeah. Well, she might have gone off and like come into her own a little bit, and now she's kind of coming back with this newfound confidence.
She is in college and she's in dance in her school, so she may have a lot more to bring.
She learned a few things.
Yeah.
Go, Sanjay.
And do you guys have any predictions?
Nope.
Do you, Tamra?
Maybe next season we'll have a guy on the Dolls team.
Oh, that's a good prediction. And next season we probably won't have the twins. So thank you guys
for my prediction.
Right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another fantastic, fabulous, awesome, perfect, beautiful 2 more episode left. Season of the season episode.
Where can we find you?
You guys
English?
can always find me on Instagram at Pink English as well as on Twitter, English Speaks.
Feel free to find me at Robin Ayers on all of my social media platforms.
So convenient. And feel free to find me at Brown Tamra on Twitter and Tamra_blue on Instagram.
Until then, see you guys next week.
See ya. Go to YouTube.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.